Welcome back. We looked at budgets. Now, after budgets, we went out and we had a month of business. So we are going to look at what happened during the month by doing an income and expenditure statement. So remember, the income statement differs from a budget for various fronts. Understanding these distinctions can help you make sense of certain concepts. A statement of profit and loss, the other name for an income statement, consists of revenue items, expenses, and the period's net result. In short, if we look at everything here, a budget is a plan, and the income statement is where we actually look at reality, what actually happened. Let's look at the income statement for Johannes. So the first thing that you can see is it's no longer in a table where your income is on the left and your expenses is on the right. Now the income is on top of the expenses. The first thing is the income calculation according to the number of gardens he serviced, 20. And then the total income for the month, or the sum of the income, goes on top where it's written income. So that is on the income part. Then expenses, you will list each and every one: the repayment of the lawnmower, repayment of the edge cutter, the pickup rental, and also the fuel. Each will be specified, and it would be now the list of the expenses. Then you'll add up the expenses and then write it there in line with the expenses. And at the bottom, that is where the reality steps in, is when you check whether you made a profit or a loss. Remember, profit is income minus expenses, and you will see that he made a profit of 7,725 Rand. So let's look at the first month of Johannes' operation. So Johannes' first month of the operation did not go smoothly. The lawnmower cost more than he bargained for, and his monthly repayment is now 750. Remember, it was 450. His pickup truck broke down, and he could only service a quarter of his garden. And then also, fuel went up, and therefore he had to spend 300 Rand more on fuel. So let's recap what went wrong. Number one, he needs to pay 750 now for his lawnmower. Number two, he can only service a quarter of the 20 gardens, and the fuel went up by 300 Rand. Prepare income statements and calculate John's profit or loss at the end of his first month. Let's go and have a look. So now the income, he wanted to service 20 gardens. He only can service a quarter, so it's divided by 4, meaning he only tendered to 5 gardens. So his income will be 550 times 5, and that is 2,750 Rand. So by services rendered, we will write 2,750 Rand. Because it's his only income, it will also be written there, 2,750 Rand. When we go to expenses, the repayment of the lawnmower is now 750. That's the total repayment between those two. Then the pickup rental remains the same, even though he only could use it for a quarter of the month, 1,200 Rand. And then fuel went up, so it's going to be 1,800. So then we add up the 750 plus the 1,200 plus the 800, and then you'll see the total expenses is now 3,750. Look at the income. The income is 2,750 and the expenses 3,750. So if it's a profit or a loss, we need to calculate it. Profit or loss equals my income 2,750 there minus 3,750, and that will give you a negative answer because the income is smaller, and you'll see it's by 1,000 Rand. Now, it's very important to remember that you never leave your answer as a negative. So we need to write it as a positive by saying, therefore, he's got a loss of 1,000 Rand. And guys, that's the difference between a budget and an income statement. You can never plan for everything, but you can try. That brings us to the end of the lesson. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.